Hey everyone, this is a really quick video. I'm probably not going to edit it very much, so there's probably loads of timestamps in the bottom, but I was just scrolling through Prime Day. If you're in the UK, you've still got today and tomorrow to do that, and there are actually some pretty good deals and some things that I have suggested you buy in previous videos, so I thought they were worth highlighting. Like I said, this is going to be a really quick video. I'm going to try and not languish it and sit about too much. If you do go on Prime, I'm sure you've been shown the Prime Day stuff. You probably look yourself. If you go on PA and Stage, which is more than likely where you've looked, there's some okay stuff, but I found some other stuff that's kind of hidden on some other pages. But let's talk about what we do have here. We have the Elite. I'm going to say that's what it's called, the Light. LED packs. I think these are a really solid 4-pack of LEDs. They are in one of my other videos. They come with a controller. You can get them on a stand if you like. You can even get them with a bag, which is kind of what I suggest you do. 105 quid. Absolute bargain. 84 watts each. I would 100% grab those if I were you. I would avoid the DJ bars. This one here looks especially poor. I would definitely grab the lights over that. It's about the same amount of money. I would also avoid the lights, these fourth ones on the corner here. I don't know if I can scroll over so you can see them properly. Probably not, but they look like these. They've got those kind of split RGBs, so one channel red, one channel green, one channel blue. You're not going to get as much output out of those. They're not worth buying. Pay the little bit more. Get the light pack that I've told you to get before. There are a few moving heads on the deals. We've got this one. I don't think this is the best one. I'm going to show you a couple better ones. But this B-topper one is quite cool. So we've got this is like a very standard Chinese moving head. I've had quite a few of these. They last pretty long, to be fair. If you're wanting something you can just lob down on stage and have at floor level that might get kicked or knocked, they're kind of perfect because they don't cost a huge amount of money. And they put out enough light. You know, they are okay. They've got gobos. They kind of look good. And kind of more importantly, if you're a musician and you're moving a lot of stuff around, they're really tiny, really compact. They don't take up a huge amount of space. I actually fit a pair of these in the foam that they come in a cajon case. So 2 will fit in a cajon case. And yeah, there's nothing to complain about really. I think I've still got a set of these 2 that one of my friends is using. And they're still running. They make a bit of noise, but they've got to be 7 years old now. And I paid 150 quid for 2 of them. You just can't complain about that. It's a pretty solid deal. Obviously, we're going to ignore the disco ball. I'm sure you've all seen the disco ball. I might buy one for my daughter. She might enjoy that. But yeah, we're going to avoid the disco ball. And the Vonix Fenton speakers, just don't. These are interesting. These Joyo wireless microphone systems. I might actually buy these and give these a go. They're not a huge amount cheaper than they are normally, but I think they might be worth a punt for things like speeches. Having a wireless microphone for speeches, cheaper than everyone else. I think the Xvive is still probably better. How much is the Xvive wireless? I've got a feeling 170 quid. That's a huge difference, isn't it? I'm sure that's better. I'm sure that the Sennheiser is even better again. But if the X5 is 170, I don't even know what the Sennheiser is going to cost me. Oh, headphones. Well, to be fair, oh no, it's just the receiver. Yeah, I mean, I would just I don't know. I feel like it's probably worth a punt, these little Joyos. Have I put them up here? Put them somewhere, didn't I? There's that horrible bar. Don't look at that. something we're going to look at. I just gave you a sneak peek. So there's not a huge amount in here. I did have a scout around, so let's have a look at a few other things that I found. And these B-Topper washes that I recommended in my budget LED lighting video you might have seen, they're down to $116.99. Definitely worth it. Again, 7 RGBW 8-watt LEDs. So they're not split. They're quite powerful, and the movement of the wash looks really, really good. I went and saw Biffy Clyro last night, and actually they were using a huge amount of moving head washes to great effect. I think they're a really, really great light choice. And at that price, again, you just cannot complain. They will probably last you a few years. They're probably not going to last infinitely, but B-Topper I find to be a very good brand for what they are. And yeah, I would 100% give them a punt. I've even got a 10% promo code, so they're even cheaper than that, which is just madness. So these U-King lights are just like the B-Topper ones that we just looked at. These ones, same lights basically. I think the U-Kings are a little bit more powerful though. I think the B-Toppers are, let's have a look. See if we can look for some wattage information here. 10 watt. For 10 watt and 35. And then I think the U-King is a 50 watt power consumption, but what is the LED? I think they're going to tell me. I've had these. I have a feeling that these are a 15 watt chip, but I might be wrong. Again, they're so cheap, they're so powerful, they're so tiny. 100% worth grabbing a couple of these if you're in a band, you just want some movement, you don't want to spend a ton of money. 2 of these for 155 quid. Pretty great. And is it a bit less, 140 odd if you got 2 of these, just a little bit less than that. So yeah, I wouldn't be what's the word, I wouldn't say don't buy them. I think they're worth it, even if it's just to have a cheap option. Talking about B-Topper, the B-Topper stage lights that I've recommended loads of times on here are also for sale. £121.59. You got 54 1.5 watt LEDs. So they are a lower wattage LED. They are RGBW though. And they have a pretty decent CRI rating as well, I think. I remember seeing that these have like got an okay CRI rating, which means that their color index rating is quite true to form. 120 quid for 4 of them. Again, really great buy. Just like those elite ones. These are obviously a lot more compact than those and cheaper, but these will be pretty powerful. I think they'll look great. They'll be a nice wash. They're that little bit bigger, so they're going to disperse a bit better as well. Yeah, I think either of these, really good options. I also found this really big B-Topper LED. This is an LED beam, which is kind of a much kind of straighter beam. You do want to be using haze or smoke with all these moving heads really, but you know, this is still kind of impressive. 205 quid for a 150 watt moving head. It's pretty decent. I mean, yeah, like I said, you can't complain at that value. They've got some really nice looking effects, strobes, gobos, beams. It's got DMX master in and out. You know, it's just a decent light source, isn't it? For 150 watts for 205 quid. It's really not a bad deal. It will probably last you a good amount of time, like I said, with those other ones. Give it a go, maybe. Give it a go. The link will be in the description below. Finally, of the things I kind of found without me going to have a look, I'm just going to have a little scroll to see if something's popped up today at the end of this. But finally here, we've got the Palmer DMS dynamic mic switch. Now, this is really good because it is momentary. It's not latching. So that means you can have your singular mic source, your one input, head to 2 outputs. Now, the reason why you might want this is you could run one of those outputs as your talkback. So every time you stand on that switch, only the musicians with IEMs can hear you. That's kind of good in two ways. It means you don't have to set up a second talkback mic if you've already got a microphone in front of you. Cool. I like that. You can't leave it switched on. Now, I think the biggest worry with a talkback mic ever is that it somehow goes to front of house. Now, I'm not saying that you are saying inappropriate things to your bandmates, but I know you are saying inappropriate things to your bandmates if you have a talkback mic. Now, this means that your source is only going to happen when you got your foot on the switch. Foot's off the switch, it's going to front of house. Foot on the switch, it's just in everyone's ears. So it does make it that little bit reassuring if you do have talkback and you are running one mic, that you're not going to make that mistake unless you wire it the wrong way. But that is your fault. You should have tested it. Why would you not test it? Why did you let that happen? I don't know, but please don't do that. I know you are going to say naughty things, and we don't want the audience to hear that. So yeah, B-Topper have a lot of sales on Amazon at the minute. Worth checking out if you want some of their light stuff as well. Anyway, let's go. So that's everything that I've kind of picked out and chosen. You might want to stop the video now, go check out the stuff. It's all in affiliate links below. That helps me. It costs you nothing. So please do use those if you found this useful. And now we're going to have a little scroll through the musical instruments and DJ page just to see what's about, see if anything's going to be useful or good for you. I really don't know if it will, but we'll just have a look. I mean, there's some good prices on like the Focusrite at the minute if you need an interface. I actually prefer, especially if you're using a more modern one, I think I saw that the PreSonus interface is on sale. And that's 96 kilohertz. So especially if you've got a desk that is running at 96 kilohertz, might make sense to grab the PreSonus. It's really, really cheap. I've got one myself. It's my kind of in the house sound card if I need that for anything. The ever useful Behringer C-2 is on sale, 32 quid. I mean, are they the best mic? No. Would you trust a drummer with them? Yes. They sound fine. They are okay. They will take a bit more work to get sounding good. If you're using them live, the noise floor isn't as much of an issue, apart from maybe IEMs if you've got it really cranked. But that's just like a little infill mic for £32 for two. Come on. That's a great price. That's a really good price. I don't think anyone could complain at £32 for two small diaphragm condensers. What else is there? Lovely DJ lights. We all love those, don't we? The old toner wireless microphones. I've seen so many venues with these microphones. I mean, 50 quid for a pair. Maybe they are the speech mic choice. One breaks, you've still got a second one. I don't know. Might be worth looking into. Some strings for our guitar playing friends. Yeah, I did see this Alto is on sale. It's the 10-inch one. It's quite cheap. I mean, I don't know if I rate these TX speakers, but if you were just picking up a really cheap second monitor, why not? Why not? I don't think that's a bad deal at all. I mean, just over 100 quid for a monitor. Pretty good bargain if you ask me. We got single toners, wireless. I bet that's really cheap actually. It's in a horrible colour. Yeah, 22 quid. Might do the job. Might do the job for speeches and such. Bearing a sound card. Do you know, these are super useful. These Adam Hall cable holders. I used to have these on some of my rack units when I had like a racked up PA, just to hang stuff on. You know, just to make life easy. There's probably a bit too many for me now, but really useful little thing that you can add if you've got a bigger setup. We got lots of XYs. This cable here is the one that I currently use for my playback. I think it's an okay cable. Is it perfect? No. Does it cost £6.50? It does. that's below. If you want that, go grab it. Again, these U-King LEDs, avoid them. You want the single chip colour, not the spread colour. A drinks holder. That's pretty useful. Have your bottle on your mic stand, your pint, whatever's going. I'll take it. A tenner. Yes. Yes, please. What else are we doing? The X32 producer. I just wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother with this PA. This mixer. You want the scribble strips. Do not bother. Leave it there. Leave it where it lies. We got some karaoke, for the karaoke aficionados out there. Some more wireless. Looking like we haven't got a huge amount. Ooh, the Xvive IEMs. Not bad, 166 quid. That's a bit cheaper than Foman, I believe. When I looked at the Foman deals a little while ago, I think these are cheaper on here. That's kind of tempting, 166 quid. Like I said, I would be tempted with the newer one. But 166 quid. I'll take it. So yeah, I think there is more. There's always more, isn't there? I mean, it looks like there's a snake there actually. Hello. I need a snake. Look at that. £86 with the box. Adam Hall. Adam Hall's a good brand. So yeah, there's always more stuff. We all know we want to buy more things all the time. Nothing strikes me here that I haven't seen before, but I'm sure if you dive deeply into the Prime Amazon verse, you will find something that works for you. Oh, there is one thing that I did see. Before we do go. Sorry. The Alpine. These high fidelity earplugs are really, really good. If you haven't got a set of earplugs, buy a set of earplugs. I forgot my earplugs last night. Gutted. My ears were ringing. Not a fan. Buy these earplugs. They cost nothing. They are decent. And you get some of that kind of ear lube. Yeah, we all like a bit of ear lube, I guess, to get them in. Is it? I don't know if it's disinfectant, actually. It's something. I think it's disinfectant, actually. Maybe it isn't a lube, unfortunately. But yeah, I would definitely grab these. They're worth having in the backpack just in case as a spare. And I think that's about it. I think that's all the things I found on Amazon. There will be linked below. Please use the my Prime links if you can, if you want to support me. And if you want to see what Foman's doing, I'll stick that up there somewhere. And you can see what Foman are selling for cheap. All right. Bye.